Hi, I'm Max Goodman. I'm Vice President of Node, and I also run a few tech startups, Grid, Host Home, and GrabAppVio.
All right, and why are you a maker?
I'm a maker because it's my passion to be a maker, and I also focus on making social solutions with tech. So my main passion is using tech in order to solve social problems. So I make things that do that.
All right, and is there anything you've created or worked on in the space in the past, or working on now, or plan to work on in the future that you're particularly excited about or proud of?
I'm really excited about a project called Host Home. It's a decentralized housing platform that's a marketplace that's peer-to-peer, and it allows you to rapidly rehouse people. So I can show you a quick demo if you want.
Yeah.
Nice little auto search here. It's only live for Baltimore right now. And go through this. Hopefully it works. Then these are the options available in Baltimore. So these are the prices. Then we go to individual listing. These are all stock images and stock entries right now. They're not real entries. But this is like a sample of the user, sample information about the amenities, reviews about the space, a map, and then what's nearby. And then you can also log in. You can sign in with Facebook if you want. It already knows this, so it pulls up all of my listings. I can manage the listings. I can update each apartment or house, bed and breakfast, private, shared, different types of bookings. You can add photos, then the location, amenities, and pricing. And that's all right now.
If you were to talk to a younger prospective maker out in the world looking to become more involved with the types of things that you do, what kinds of skills do you think they should have or would develop and learn now to get started to do some of the social making that you're interested in doing?
Well, I would definitely say get involved with any kind of local advocacy groups for issues that you're interested in. And one of the things that you can do if you're in the Baltimore area is come to Open Hack Night. And you get to really dive in deep to all the technical skills that it would take in order to make a website or a web app, in order to make something with a laser cutter or a 3D printer. And you can really start creating those solutions from scratch here. So I would say also, if you're interested in making web apps, look up the Flatiron School. I'm one of the community-based bootcamp founders, and feel free to reach out to me personally or reach out to them, and you can definitely get in touch and get started on a free prep bootcamp.
All right.
You can do that from anywhere.
And what do you feel qualifies a person to call themselves a maker? What makes a person a maker, and what makes them not a maker?
I think a good start is thinking of yourself as a maker, and once you've made something and maybe have a portfolio or a community of people that you make things with, you can definitely call yourself a maker.
And so with like software design, you think that's something that works within the within a space as a makerspace?
Definitely. There's things that I've gotten from this community that I wouldn't have been able to get otherwise, and just the sheer DIY nature of the community and the fact that the organization itself is community run is huge. It's influencing how I run my tech startups, and I have access to people who do consensus-based decision making and get access to a lot of people who are just flat out great people who may or may not know about software design, but definitely know something about hacking, which always has a place in my social solutions.
So have you learned any skills outside of your usual area of expertise while being here?
Yes, I have. I actually learned how to use the laser cutter, and I learned how to use the router that we have. I don't use them particularly often, but I know how to use them.
All right. And is there anything you would like to say that I haven't asked about that you think would be nice to get out there?
I would say that there's a lot of movement in the tech scene, specifically the startup world, to have more diversity. And I would definitely say and emphasize that the Baltimore Node is definitely a very open space for anybody that wants to come in. And it looks like it might not be as diverse as it could be, so I just wanted to extend that out to the community at large. that everybody is welcome.
There is a tendency for spaces to appear at first glance to be very much programming engineers who are usually white men with enough currency to get by without any problems.
Right. So we've been lucky enough in our community to not have a whole lot of issues. And part of that might be because of a little bit of the homogeny, but we don't really have any huge problems in terms of community operation, and we haven't really had big blow-ups or anything like that. Everybody that's come in as a member has been a successful, positive participant, and we couldn't speak more highly of the community that we have. It's just everybody's very much into their own project and communicates with the community as they can integrate them into the projects, and we don't necessarily get referrals to people who would bring in a different perspective as often as we might like.
All right.
But they're definitely welcome.
So as I go forward to other makerspaces, are there any things that you think would be interesting to learn about them?
I'd like to know if diversity is a priority for other makerspaces, first off, and how they handle that, and how they recruit people. And I'd also be curious to hear how they run, because I know everything that we do is community-based. So if we have a decision as the officers that we have come to a stopgap or a stalemate in like one of our officers meetings, we'll definitely reach out to the membership and ask them their opinion so that we get their input in terms of making a decision moving forward based on what everybody wants to do. And I'm curious to see if other makerspaces do that, or if they're more like benevolent dictatorships.
I think we're good.
Thanks.
Thank you for your help.